Hey guys, Sort5 here with another episode of our West Brom career mode on FIFA 20. Kicking this episode off, we've got Spurs at the Hawthorns. You remember a few episodes ago, we went to White Hart Lane and the final score of that game, I believe, was 3-1 to Spurs. So we do want to improve upon that. We want to get revenge. Hopefully we can do so at the Hawthorns. And 7 minutes in, the first chance of the game came Spurs' way. But about 10 minutes later, a nice little save there by Lloris, and Marlon puts Ake under a lot of pressure here, forces him to put the ball out for a corner, and that's just the kind of football I want to play, putting pressure on the other team's defences, forcing them to make that mistake, and it's worked so far against Spurs. 26 minutes in, Chalano, who definitely doesn't have the pace, but he does the skill, and he finds Harper. Harper's going to dink one over the top to Phillips, first time volley, well saved by Hugo Lloris. Just a couple of minutes later, the ball's headed away by Ake. They got it to Harry Kane. Harry Kane gets tackled by Hegazi. Lays it to Tomori. Tomori to Harper. Harper has found Chalanohu. Marlon turns to Ake brilliantly, strikes it. And again, Lloris with a save. This time, though, we can't keep it in and it does go out for another corner. Hugo Lloris is definitely keeping Spurs in this one. 2 minutes left in the half. Reece James whips it across the back post. Chalanohu can't get on the end of it. Again, back to Reece James. Nods it down to Livermore. Takes it in his stride, plays it into Marlon. Marlon draws it out to Chalano, who turns his man brilliantly. Going to whip it across, and that's going to go down as a penalty. Ake somehow fouled Matty Phillips there, resulting in a penalty. Chalano, who's stepping up. We're aiming for that top right-hand corner. Hopefully we can get there. And we do so. 1-0 to West Brom in the first half of this game. We are in injury time. Probably shouldn't have been a penalty. VAR probably would have reviewed that in real life and it would have been a penalty. But we'll take it. Going into the second half though, Christian Eriksen cuts inside quite nicely there. Plays it to Harry Kane. Little 1-2 between them. Nice shot, well saved by Collins. Harry Kane takes it out wide. Drews back to Ben Davies. Obviously still got all them men in the middle that you can go to. Goes back to Harry Kane. Harry Kane back to Ben Davies, back to Harry Kane. Little 1-2 between them. Now he's just going to face up, gets the better of Reece James. And again, cuts inside to Guerrero. Holds it up nicely for Harry Kane, but we do win the ball back there. But Guerrero, constant pressure, actually wins it back. Eventually though, we do get the ball away with Collins and we end their opportunity. 64 minutes in from a throw-in. Rafael Guerrero playing at left back for this game. Plays it into Harry Kane. Harry Kane lays it off to Eric Dyer. Dyer's got an opportunity here. He plays it into Christian Eriksen. And Christian Eriksen just nicely, cool, calm, collectedly tucks it past the keeper. And it's now 1-1 between us and Spurs just past the hour mark. Chalanohu though, he's going to cut inside and gets the better of Roberts. He then cuts back outside onto his foot, plays it to Cardenas, who gets the better of Ake. Ake's not been too good this game, and Cardenas goes and makes it 2-1, doubles our goal tally in the game, puts us back in front for the second time in this game. Nice little finish. And yeah, pretty much an instant reply there. 80th minute though, Collins tried to play it short. Harry Kane predicted it. Harry Kane nicks the ball. First time strike into the open net. 2-2. Big mistake there. Harry Kane, I don't know what I was thinking. Playing it short. Never play it short. Harry Kane read it. Got the ball. And yeah, end of basically. Harry Kane out wide though. Whips the ball across. Dele Alli's header is luckily for us right at Collins. That is going to be the final opportunity of the game. The game's going to end 2-2. So a much better improvement than the 3-1 loss we had a couple of episodes ago. A 2-2 draw now. Hopefully next season we can push forward and maybe get a victory against Spurs. But I think for right now that is a good result. That is obviously, I think that's the second point we've picked up against top 6 teams. We drew to Liverpool 0-0. We've now drew to Spurs 2-2. I don't think we've beaten any top 6 teams. I think they've all been losses. Obviously last season we beat Man United, but that was on penalties. But we do have another youth scout report. We're going to go through those. Obviously Brazil, Spain and Italy for technical gifted, defensive minded, and I think it's playmaker from Spain. But yeah, we've got a couple of good ones as always. A couple of crap ones that I don't even know why they got picked up in the first place. But we move on to the game against Burnley. And Burnley, we also played them a couple of episodes ago. And that was a 1-1 draw from a Cork last couple of minutes goal. So we do want to beat Burnley. We are at their stadium, Turf Moor. So a victory would be nice away from home. But on the counter-attack here, Hendricks Looks to get the better of Han Jesus. It's a lovely little interception there. Chalanohu dinks it over top to Marlon. Marlon looks to get the better of Ben Mee and actually does so quite nicely. Strikes it across goal. But it is right into the hands of Joe Hart, who's in between the sticks for Burnley today. Ollie Burke uses his pace here against the Burnley defence. He's got him on toes. Tries to put one across. But again, it is saved by Joe Hart. Unfortunately, Sidibe trying to work their way out from the back. Actually doing quite nicely here as Serdar. But the ball is intercepted by Harper. Marlon's going to receive it and plays it to Chalanohu. Lot of space for Marlon to run into in the centre here. He's through one-on-one. And when you give him that much time and that much space, Marlon is going to tuck it home. He's going to put it in the back of the net. 1-0 to West Brom. 37 minutes into this game. We're approaching the 40th minute and now the floodgates are open. Ollie Burke has played through. Once again, he gets the better of pace on Ben Mee. Just don't even bother Ben Mee, man. It's like he's not bothering, but he dinks it over. And it's a nice little bicycle kick there by Marlon. 2-0, doubles his goal tally in the game. Doubles our lead in the game. And in the space of 5 minutes, Marlon has put us from 0-0 to 2-0. A lovely little bicycle kick there as well. Potential goal of the season contender, maybe. But we do score a better one. I'll show you it right now. As Ollie Burke, he's out wide. He decides to charge into the box. He's got no real options in the box. So he lays it back to Jake Livermore. Takes a touch out of his feet, strikes it into that top left-hand corner. That is a goal of the season contender right there. Captain Livermore with his first goal in the Premier League since our return. And what a goal it is. Into that top left-hand corner. Beautiful strike. And it's an assist for Ollie Burke as well, actually. Ollie Burke's doing quite well so far when he's actually appeared, which is good to see. As we move into the 72nd minute, Ollie Burke has a chance for himself there, actually. Unfortunately, though, it is on his weaker foot and it is just wide of the post. 76 minutes in, we give away the ball to Burnley. De Siglio's played through. Collins with a brilliant save and actually jumps onto the rebound as well. He could have potential to keep a clean sheet here with 10 minutes left in the game. Livermore, he's in the area where he pretty much scored from there. But we do give away the ball to Hendricks. Hegazi's coming up to try and win it back. Does so nicely. Lays it across to Marlon. Marlon actually, luckily, gets on the end of that one. Strikes it. Training for that bottom corner. But we do win. 3-0 to us. And we move into the FA Cup against Fulham. We're going to simulate this one. It's going to be a 1-1 draw. And we're also going to go for some transfers in this episode. Roy Hodgson of Crystal Palace have come in for Kieran Gibbs. Hasn't featured at all in the Premier League for us this season. He's got a current value of 3.1 mil. We ask for that. We get that. We move into the final game of the episode, which is against Everton. And I'll tell you this now. We move straight into the 89th minute because this is the most boring game I've played so far this year on FIFA. Scott receives the ball, turns Gabam in brilliantly. Should be putting that into the back of the net. Somehow he doesn't. We'll take a look at the replay here. Look how close it actually is to going in. As you can see there, should be 1-0. Unfortunately, though, the game ends as a 0-0 draw. One of the worst games, as I said. And that is it. That's the final game of the episode. We've got a couple of transfers here. Nunez coming in for Phillips. We're going to accept that. McDonald has been loaned out. We're going to sim the replay. We actually lose it. And you can see here, Phillips and Gibbs have both been sold. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and peace.